A safety short from the ATA Workers' Compensation Fund.
Hi, we're here today to talk about pallet jack safety, some do's and don'ts, policies and procedures when operating an electric pallet jack like this. One of the key exposures in a warehouse operation is the operation of an electric pallet jack. You have a lot of injuries with your hip, your lower body, your lower extremities, your foot, your ankle, your knee, those type of injuries when you're operating an electric pallet jack. Before you get on a pallet jack, you need to make sure you look at the data plate, look at the capacity, make sure that the capacity is rated for what you're going to be doing that day. You want to inspect the equipment, a pre-trip inspection before any operation of this kind of equipment or any kind of powered industrial truck. If you find a defect, you make sure you want to report that to your supervisor as soon as possible. You want to inspect the horn. You want to make sure that the lift lifts and lowers properly. Also, when you're operating a electric pallet jack like this, we don't allow any riders. It's company policy to not allow any riders when you're operating any kind of powered industrial equipment. You want to make sure you have a stable load when you're lifting and lowering. You don't want the load to be too high and you don't want the load to be too low. Make sure you're also, when the pallet jack is in motion, you want to make sure you stay in the box of the equipment here. You don't want to stick your leg out, you don't want to stick your upper body out, your arm out. Make sure that your body remains inside the box on the platform here of the equipment the entire time that the pallet jack is in motion. A good rule of thumb when it comes to speed is a good walking speed, 2 to 3 miles an hour. You don't want to get above that. You want to make sure you're maintaining a good proper speed, watching for bystanders, watching for pedestrian traffic. One of the main exposures is hitting bystanders or pedestrian traffic. Over half of the injuries involved in powered industrial truck operation involves a pedestrian or a bystander. So make sure you're maintaining proper speed when you're coming in and out of the aisleways. Also make sure that the pallet jack comes to a complete stop before you exit off the platform. No jumping at all. It is against company policy to jump off of the pallet jack while it's in motion. So make sure the pallet jack comes to a complete stop before you get off the pallet jack. Also make sure you sound your horn when you're coming in and around aisleways. In any kind of pedestrian traffic, you want to sound your horn to make sure that they're aware that you're there, that you're coming through with the pallet jack. So use your horn frequently while you're operating a pallet jack to make sure that those operators or other operators or bystanders or pedestrians are aware that you're in that area. Okay. Also, make sure you use smooth, steady motions. You don't lift and lower in a jerking motion. You don't turn in a jerking motion. You want to make sure you are looking in the direction of your travel at all times. When you're entering and exiting trailers, you want to slow down and operate the forklift or the pallet jack smoothly when you're entering and exiting trailers. Before entering and exiting trailers, you need to make sure that the gland hands are locked, and you need to make sure that the trailer's chalked, the wheels on the trailers are chalked, anytime before you enter a trailer with a pallet jack or any kind of powered industrial truck.